This is my image to 3D design workflow for product design, concept art, visualization, 3D animation, and whatever you can think about. And all this is done with one platform called Meshy. To get started, you can just click or drag and drop an image in that you already have prepared. Or you can also generate an image on the site itself with Nano Banana, which is simply text to image. After that, just choose your model. In my case, it's Meshy 6. It's a super great model and it can handle all sorts of different creations. You can either select image enhancement if you want to have it optimized for the 3D design. And you can also choose multi-view if you have object from different perspectives to get a better image overall. But in my case, I usually never use this because one image is more than enough. If you have a character, you can place it in different poses, choose your license, and after that simply hit generate. And after waiting for a little bit, you get this detailed model right here. By the way, if you want to try it out for yourself, just click the link in the description and sign up to get some free credits. And Meshy has its 3 years anniversary and they have an offer to get a subscription instead of 19 euros for only 90 cents. But it's super limited, so make sure you're fast. You can see it's really high density, but for that they have an inbuilt remesher, so just click on remesh and choose how much you want to remesh it. If you choose low polygon count, they try to reduce the polygon count as much as possible, and with ultra it keeps the details but it has a little bit more polygons. And now depending on what you're going for, the topology could either be quad typology or triangle typology. For example, for the shoe design right here, I did a quad topology, something like this. And this is super easy to clean up if you want to have a little bit more control over how the polygons look like. I think quad typology really helps if you want to have a base model already and just clean it up afterwards in a 3D program. But for example, for this house right here, I remeshed it with triangles because I feel like the details get more preserved if you choose triangles, but that's maybe just a personal opinion. And this model is more like a scan, like a virtual scan of a house, and I don't need to have perfect typology. It's just like in the background, it should look nice. And I don't care too much about the typology right here, but because it's just for concept art, is for an environment and I don't need to have it optimized. So I chose the triangle remesh and it gave me super great results. After you're happy with your remeshing, you can go to texture, upload the image again, and then just hit texture. Or you could also do a text input if you want to have a different style of this house or of the texture of this house. Just describe it and the generated texture will be applied. The textures that get generated, you will have a base color, a roughness map, a metallic map, and even a normal map. And all of them together also increases the realism in the end. Another cool thing you could do is go to the animate tab right here and click on the rig option if you have a character. If you rig a character, just make sure it's in a T or in an A pose and just click through your different types of steps that you have to do. And after your character is rigged, you can go through the whole library they have here of the pre-made animation assets, or you could just simply download your animated character or your rigged character and animate it yourself. And what really helped me creating good 3D generated models is thinking, what could I like scan in real life and what would be helpful to have it in 3D. For example, a pile of stones, something like this. Usually it's a little bit tedious to model and you also have a lot of texture differences. And if you would scan this in real life, it would look great. And usually also take 3D scans modeled for my renders. And here I simply put in a picture, generated the models, and boom. I also did the exact same for this cliff right here, or even for bigger objects, something like a spaceship that doesn't even exist in real life, but needs to have a lot of details. And with all of them together, I could create this nice looking render. It's really fun just to put them together. Also like a futuristic camera, just have like maybe a game asset in the background or even a visualization render. Could just drag and drop this image in, generate the textures and put it in my render and boom. There you have it. It's great. What I also want to try out is generate a car model. So I generated this cheap right here, brought this into Blender. The one thing I had to do manually is separate the wheels from the base body to use it in launch control and to rig the car. I would recommend, if you also want to try it out, generate the body and the wheels separately and then put them together in Blender itself, so you don't have to manually select all the different polygons from the wheels and dissect it like this. But in the end, it worked perfectly fine. I could rig the car, and as you can see, I could create this nice animation, so it was really fun to play around with this as well. And something else I wanted to try out is this muddy floor object, because usually if you also scan this in real life, it doesn't get that good. But in this case, it worked perfectly fine. I just, again, simply put in the image, generate the model and the textures, and boom. To actually bring this model into your 3D programs, there are so many options. You can just click this download button, download a GLB format, which set up the textures already for you, but they have an FBX, OBJ, USDZ even, and a blend file. So you can also download it in a Blender file already prepared for you to use. And if this is still not enough for you, they have so many bridges for so many different programs: Roblox, Blender, Godot, Unity, Unreal, Maya, 3ds Max, where you can just simply click and download it like this. And with this, I can improve all my renders, my concept art, my 3D animations, and even product designs with simply just putting in an image and getting a 3D model out of it. If you also want to use it, click the link in the description to get some free credits to test it out. And with that being said, I wish you happy creating, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.